Hey guys, just sitting here in my comfy clothes. I've been thinking about the face of God. I shared a little bit about it months back, but it's just something that stays with me. You know, in Genesis it talks about that even while the world was formless or void, that the Spirit of God hovered over the deep. The presence of God has been from the beginning, has always been. Isn't that an amazing thought to think that there was never a time when the presence of God was not? I want to look into, Exodus for a little bit here and just look, it talks about the face of God. And I just want to point out a few things here in this passage in Exodus 33:14. We're picking up this passage, and it's at the time when Moses is, having this epic time, this encounter with God, and he's getting the Ten Commandments or the tablets with the laws that Israel was to follow. He comes down the mountain, and then he sees Aaron and Israel, and they're just in complete idolatry and just revelry and just everything bad they were doing. And Aaron's account for, what he did was, the people were unruly, and kind of I felt scared. And so I took some gold from them, threw it in a fire, and then out came a golden calf. I imagine that's not exactly how it happened, but that was his excuse. But nonetheless, God said, I can't lead these people. They're stubborn. They're stiff-necked. And Moses, amazing Moses, he interceded on their behalf. And he's like, God, please spare them. And just time and time again, he interceded. There was talk about a pastor. He just interceded for the people, and God honored him. And, God said this. He said, hey, Moses, how about this? I'm not going to go because I'm afraid that, I just won't be able to handle their stubbornness, their sin, and then I'll end up in judgment. Let's just not do that. How about this? I'll send an angel, and the angel can go before you. An angel can do all this stuff that I can do. He can defeat enemies. He can do all this stuff, but I'm not going to go with you. And Moses said, God, if you don't go with us, don't ask me to go anywhere else. I'm not going to go anywhere without you. And we're picking up this passage here. And it says in Exodus 33:14, and the Lord said, my presence shall go with you, and I will give you rest by bringing you and the people into the promised land. Moses wasn't satisfied with an angel of the Lord, even as powerful and awesome as that would be. He wanted God. He knew that there was nothing that could replace that intimacy, that relationship with God. It was more than just power. It was a relationship. There was a covenant that was made there, and Moses was asking. He was calling back to that place of covenant that he made to God, and God honored it. But this word says that my presence shall go with you. It actually means my face will go. Some translate my faces will go. And then an interesting thought that he said, my face will go and lead you. My face will go before you. Or faces, the manifold nature, the manifold faces, if you will, of God, his countenance, Jehovah. We have so many names of God because there's so many attributes, there's so many aspects or multifacetedness of God. He's Jehovah Shalom, he's our peace. He's Jehovah Rapha, he's our healer. He's Jehovah Rohi, our shepherd, and on and on and on. There's so many that his face, his countenance just has many different, is manifold in the attributes and what he carries and what he demonstrates. But I love this. He didn't send a symbol of himself. He went himself. You remember that the Israel was overshadowed by a cloud by day and a fire by night. It wasn't just this spectacle, this symbol. It was God himself, the Spirit of God, hovering over them, hovering over Israel, leading them, guiding them. No wonder the enemies were afraid. Wouldn't you be afraid if you knew the face of God Almighty led Israel? Of course the enemies were scared because I heard all these crazy things that happened, these miracles that happened. When God leads us with his face, we don't just get the power and signs and wonders. We get relationship. We get intimacy. I don't know about you, but that's what I long for, is a relationship with God. There's so many people. Enoch had, it said that he was in habitual fellowship with God. Noah, habitual fellowship with God. Moses, habitual fellowship with God. David, habitual fellowship with God. These are men after my heart. I want to follow after that example of just seeking God. It says here in Numbers 6, this blessing that Moses told Aaron to proclaim over the people. It says, then the Lord spoke to Moses. This is Numbers 6, 22 through 27. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, speak to Aaron and his sons, and saying, thus you shall bless the sons of Israel. You shall say to them, the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The multifaceted face, nature of God to be displayed on your behalf. Be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance, that's his divine favor on you, and give you peace. So they shall invoke my name on the sons of Israel, and then I will bless them. You know what? As we conclude, I just wanted to say, man, I want his face to lead me. I'm not interested in pyrotechnics. I'm not interested in just glitz and glamour of just showiness. I want God. I want who he is. And I just, in everything that he is, I want that. I don't want any substitutes. I don't want an angel. I want God himself. I want to be led by the face, the presence of God himself, leading and guiding me out of this place of intimacy. Hopefully you got something out of this today. Have a blessed day. And we'll be doing some more of these here soon. Bless you.